Hey folks, it's Mark here from Harmonix Tuition, back today with a beginner lesson. This lesson comprises of 3 licks which you can use as exercises. These licks will help develop your finger strength, they will help develop your style, they'll help develop your timing, your coordination. There's a lot just in these 3 things. So what you can do is once you've mastered these, you can start building them into your daily routines or however often you play, and you'll find that your practice sessions will improve and you'll get more progress. So I've broken these down from the easiest one to the hard one. So let's get started with the first lick. Let's take a look. Right guys, so this first lick or little exercise that you can try is really easy because it's only really your first 2 fingers that you're using, okay? And we're in the lower E minor pentatonic scale here, so it's right down the end of the neck. And we're not going to be doing anything but doing downstrokes, all right? So it's really easy for your brain to switch off from the right hand because you're just going down all the time. And what we're going to be doing is, instead of just playing the scale straight like this, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going down in groups of 6 notes or 6s, okay? So for every beat, we're going to play 6 notes. So it sounds like quite a lot, but you can obviously do it as slow as you need to, right? But what this will do is this will help your sense of timing, and it's got a really good groove to it. And using your right hand to sort of propel your left hand doing hammers and pull-offs. So what we're going to be doing here is just simply with our second finger on the 3, playing that, pulling off to open string, okay? And then we're just going to go down the scale like that, so, okay, as you know. But we're going to be doing it in 6s. So we're going to go down 3 strings, then we're going to go back to the second string, go down 3, then back to the previous string we did, and back to the previous one, and finish. The rule here is anything in fret 3 you want to use your second finger for, anything in fret 2 you want to use your first finger for. Okay, so this is helping you to separate your first 2 fingers, which shouldn't be too difficult. So let's do that a little bit faster so you can hear the rhythm. Okay, and from there we finish just with fret 2 on the D string with our first finger, which is also an E, and that's the octave of E, so it sounds quite good when it finishes. So like that. And you can do that obviously further up the neck using your first finger to bar all the way down, but this is a really, really good exercise because it's right at the end of the neck and it's quite a simple little thing to do, and you can actually get it quite fast without being overly really good on the guitar anyway, because you're using your first and second finger, which are naturally quite strong. Now you obviously aren't maybe not going to do it as fast as that, right? But the important thing is you keep it really clean, and you want, say, maybe 1 tick of the metronome for each 6 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, and that will help you keep time and keep the rhythm going, the groove. Okay, now for exercise number 2, here we're going to be using all of our fingers, and this is a good lick in itself, but now we're really going to start getting some work done with the left hand. Okay, so this is predominantly left hand. There's no picking involved in this at all if you don't want there to be. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be hammering down my second finger on fret 3 with my first finger behind it on fret 2. I'm going to pull off my second finger to my first finger, and then pull off my first finger to the open string. Okay, so you get this. What you can do with your thumb, if you like, is just cover all the other strings except for the bottom E string so that you can hear this really clean. Like that. And what this will do, this will help you to learn to hammer and pull off your fingers in time, okay? And we're going to be doing this in triplets, or 3 notes per beat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And you can actually get this pretty quick. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is just keep up a steady pace. It's good for you. So maybe something like that. If you can get up to that, that'd be great. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to switch. We're going to keep the same sequence, kind of the sound of it going, the same groove, but we're going to change the notes around a bit. So now we're going to be moving up to fret 5, and this time we're going to be building our third finger. So again, like we did with the first shape, we're going down on 5, pulling off to 3 this time, and to the open string. Okay, and again, do this as fast as you're able to with 3 notes per beat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's really, really good for this finger. And then now we're going to work probably the hardest shape, which is trying to separate the third from the fourth. Okay, so we're going to be hammering down here on fret 8 with our fourth finger, pinky, pulling off to 5, pulling off to 0, and then we're alternating that with 7, 5 and 0. So that's the third finger again. And this one is really, really good for your fingers because separating the third from the fourth is pretty hard for most people. So this is a great place to start as a beginner. So what you can do with this is you can kind of work out your left hand and really give it a good sort of drilling exercise. This is going to work all your fingers, so you could maybe do some reps, like say maybe 8 reps for each shape. So like something like that. And by the end of that, when you do that a few times, you're really going to start feeling it, especially as a beginner. This is really going to wake your left hand up and give it some progress. Okay, so the final exercise I want to show you today, it's actually a really, really good thing to visualize. This is more of a coordination exercise, and this will really, really help you to play the pentatonic scale in a much more interesting way. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the A minor pentatonic scale, which you guys may know already, so that's... But what we're going to do is we're going to learn to play this in reverse, so in a far more interesting way than just staying in this kind of shape. So all you need to really learn here is one shape and then apply it in all the different octaves. What do I mean by that? Well, the shape, for example, this is the A here on fret 5 on the high E string or low E string. And what we're going to be doing is instead of starting with that note, like you do with the pentatonic scale, we're going to start it from the G position, like that. So we're going to go 3, 5, then we're going to move to the A string and go 3, 5 again. But this time, we're going to slide to fret 7 with our third finger. So 3, 5, 3, 5, 7, like that. And I want you to try and visualize that shape. Okay, because all we're going to do now is repeat that at the next octave. Okay, so the next octave is going to be here. So we're starting 2 frets down like we did here with the G to the A. We're starting to the G to the A here. So there again, you see 5, 7, 5, 7 slide. It's the same shape, it's just an octave higher, okay? You can hear it's the same, it's just like further up the scale. Okay, then we're going to be jumping. Now, because of the B string, we have to go an extra fret, right? So it's a little bit more complicated, but not much. So we're going to be jumping now to fret 8. So we're going 8, 10. There's your A note there, so that's the next octave. Then 8, 10 on the E, and then slide like we did to 12. So it's actually really, really easy to conceptualize this and look at the neck and see these shapes, right? So let's put it together nice and slow so you can see how it flows. Okay. And then what you can add to that, say if you want to finish it off, is slide to 15. And then bend 15 to the pitch of 17. If you know how to bend strings yet, that's great. If you don't, just go up to 17 itself. And there's your A there again. Okay, so it's a much more interesting way to go up the A pentatonic scale than just playing it the way that we all do. I think you'll find this is far more interesting and more professional sounding. Okay. Okay folks, I hope you found this lesson useful today. I'm going to link the beginner playlist for you here if you want to check out some more beginner stuff, or if you want to push more into intermediate, there's plenty of stuff in here to keep you going, so make sure you check these out. Thank you very much for watching today, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.